Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. 2025 starts the second they thumb the ignition on the all-new Yamaha SR600. A modern reincarnation of a timeless classic, the SR600 bridges decades of heritage with the nuanced sophistication of today's engineering. Yamaha didn't just revive a name, they reignited a legacy. The SR moniker has always been about simple purity, no excessive bodywork, no convoluted electronics, no pretense. Just a motorcycle in its most distilled form. But for 2025, the SR600 takes that philosophy and threads it through the needle of modern design, yielding a machine that honors its roots while speaking the language of today's riders. And the moment you lay eyes on it, you know this isn't just nostalgia, it's evolution. At the heart of the new SR600 is an air-cooled, single-cylinder 595 cubic centimeters engine. Yes, you heard that right, air-cooled. In an era where liquid-cooled, multi-cylinder engines dominate spec sheets, Yamaha made the bold decision to keep the soul of the SR series intact. But don't mistake that for a lack of innovation. This engine is meticulously re-engineered, featuring fuel injection, variable valve timing, and a lightweight forged piston. It delivers 44 horsepower and 47 Nm of torque, all tuned to come alive between 3,000 and 6,000 RPM. It's not a screamer, it's a storyteller. Every twist of the throttle feels deliberate, every surge of torque feels earned. That power is channeled through a slick 6-speed gearbox, one more cog than its SR400 predecessor. It helps the SR600 cruise at highway speeds without feeling breathless, something older thumpers often struggled with. The gear ratios are spaced to maximize mid-range pull, which means it's as comfortable navigating twisty backroads as it is slicing through urban traffic. There's a slipper clutch as well. Smooth downshifts and reduced rear-wheel chatter for those who want to push the bike a bit harder into corners. It's touches like these that show Yamaha didn't just want to make a retro bike. They wanted to make a good motorcycle, period. The chassis is a masterclass in balanced geometry. A double cradle steel frame cradles the engine with elegance, while maintaining structural rigidity. Suspension is handled by conventional 41mm telescopic forks up front and twin gas-charged rear shocks with preload adjustability. Yamaha didn't go overboard with upside-down forks or monoshocks here, they stayed true to the vintage form, but subtly refined it for better response and comfort. Ride it through potholes, lean into a gentle bend, or flick it side to side in traffic, it just feels natural. Effortless. And most importantly, fun. The SR600 rolls on 18-inch spoked wheels, wrapped in modern tubeless tires, 110 at the front and 140 at the rear, giving it a slightly chunkier stance without upsetting the proportions. Braking duties are handled by a 298mm disc up front, paired with a 240mm disc at the rear. Both ends are supported by a dual-channel ABS system tuned for progressive intervention. It's not aggressive, and it doesn't intrude unless you push things too far, perfect for a bike that encourages relaxed, spirited riding without making you feel like you're in a race. Now let's talk about the design, because the SR600 doesn't scream for attention, it earns it with timeless beauty. The silhouette is unmistakably classic. The tank is teardrop shaped, hand-painted with pinstripes on the premium variants, and sculpted just enough to tuck your knees in. The side covers are metal, the rear fender is chrome steel, and the seat is a single-piece flat unit with contrast stitching. It looks like something your grandfather would admire, but when you sit on it, it feels perfectly contemporary. One of the standout features is the blend of analog and digital. The twin-pod instrument cluster keeps the old-school charm intact with a large speedometer and tachometer, but nestled between them is a compact LCD that gives you essentials: gear position, trip meters, fuel gauge, ambient temperature, and even smartphone notifications via Yamaha's Bluetooth connectivity module. It's not overdone. It's tasteful. Minimalist without feeling sparse. Lighting is another area where modernity peeks through. The round headlamp retains the retro casing but hides a powerful LED projector within. The tail lamp and indicators are LED as well, but designed to mimic the glow of vintage filament bulbs. It's a visual trick that's surprisingly effective. It looks old school until it lights up, revealing the modern core beneath the surface. In terms of ergonomics, the SR600 is a breath of fresh air. The handlebar is wide and slightly pulled back, foot pegs are neutrally placed, and the seat height is a comfortable 795 millimeters. You sit in the bike, not on it. Whether you're 5 feet 6 inches or 6 feet 2 inches, you'll find a natural riding position that doesn't punish your back or wrists. The bike weighs just under 180 kilograms fully fueled, making it one of the lightest in its class. Combine that with the torquey motor and neutral steering, and you've got a machine that welcomes both newcomers and veterans alike. Yamaha has even taken a subtle step towards sustainability. The SR600 complies with the strictest Euro 6 emission norms, thanks to its refined fuel injection system and efficient combustion chamber design. And because of its single-cylinder simplicity, it sips fuel gently. You're looking at an average of 30 to 32 km/L, depending on how you ride. With a 14-liter fuel tank, that gives you a practical range of over 400 kilometers, perfect for weekend trips or long commutes. Customization is another key part of the SR600's appeal. Yamaha is offering a range of official accessories, from bar-end mirrors and quilted seats to fly screens, luggage racks, and even scrambler-style kits. But more importantly, the aftermarket community is already buzzing. With a simple frame, exposed engine, and classic lines, the SR600 is a blank canvas for builders and dreamers. Cafe racer? Tracker? Bobber? You name it, it's all just a few bolts and ideas away. Priced at around $6,999 or approximately 5 Indian rupees. 89 lakhs in India, the SR600 sits in a sweet spot. It's not budget in the stripped-down sense, but it's incredibly value-packed for what it offers. Compared to its rivals like the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650, Honda GB500 Twin, or even the new Triumph Speed 400, the SR600 positions itself as the elegant, mechanically honest alternative. Not the fastest. Not the flashiest. But the most soulful. And that might be its greatest strength. In an era where motorcycles come bristling with screens, menus, and ride modes, the Yamaha SR600 gives you just one thing: the ride. It asks nothing more than for you to twist the throttle and go. No distractions. No algorithms. Just wind, road, and that rich, thumping heartbeat beneath you. It's a bike that reminds you what motorcycling used to be, and what it still can be if we stop chasing specs and start embracing sensation. The SR600 isn't here to blow your mind with numbers, it's here to make you feel something every time you ride. Whether you're cruising through the city at dusk, carving through mountain bends on a Sunday, or just parked at a cafe while strangers admire its lines, it delivers the kind of emotional return no datasheet can quantify. So who is the Yamaha SR600 for? It's for the purist. The romantic. The commuter who wants something with character. The weekend wanderer. The custom builder with a vision. The new rider looking for a soulful first machine. The veteran yearning for something simple but refined. It's for anyone who looks at a motorcycle and doesn't just see a machine, but a companion. In short, the 2025 Yamaha SR600 isn't just another bike, it's a beautifully balanced echo of motorcycling's golden age, retuned for today's roads and today's riders. It's honest. It's charming. It's alive.